Yo, 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 and welcome to another very special segment of Roy's podcast. This is Roy Spencer.
I'm John Rodriguez, and this is Roy's Tutorials. So, today we're going to be going over KuCoin because KuCoin is a very beneficial exchange to use for spot trading, margin trading, futures trading, all the above. But it's also very complicated, like getting started. So, we're just going to go over a few things. So, what I'm going to show you guys first is like basically just what you're going to do once you set up your, you sign up and you verify your identity and everything. You're going to click on this little wallet thing. This will take you to this page, the assets overview. And the way that you're going to put money into here is either through fast buy with USDT using like a Visa or MasterCard, or you can do a bank transfer, or you can do third party, like using, Bitcoin. You can send Bitcoin directly to this wallet, which is pretty cool. And then once it's in the wallet, you're going to want to go to transfer. So say, and it'll go to the main account. You'll transfer it from the main account to the trading account, and you get to choose, whatever crypto it is, and then however much you want, and then you press confirm. Once that's done, it'll be in your trading account. You can start trading. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to show you what you're going to want to do. Instead of transferring it to the trading account, you're going to want to transfer it to the futures account. Now, if say you sent yourself Solana, for example, and that's in the main account, you'll transfer that to the trading account. And then once you're in, on the trading account page, you can trade it for whatever you want. So you could trade it for Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatnot. So once you have the crypto that you want, what you're going to do is you're going to go to transfer, futures account, however much you want, same thing. Then it'll be in your futures account. Now, once you're in your futures account, there are a few things you can do. You can start trading futures right away, which I wouldn't recommend if you're not used to this because this can be, complicated. So something that you can kind of get started with, kind of helps you understand it too, is like doing the Futures Brawl that they have. So what this is you can basically bet against another person whether or not the crypto that, like Bitcoin, for example, is going to go up in the next, we'll say 5 minutes. Like if it'll have a positive increase or a negative increase. If it had a positive increase, you'd want to do the long. Or if you think it's going to have a positive, you would do long. Otherwise, you would do short. And then it just basically has a little bar that shows you how close you are to winning based off of it being either all red or all green. If you bet long and it's all green, you're looking good, and hopefully it stays that way. But there is always the chance that it will, almost be there, and then all of a sudden there's a sell-off, and it goes all the way back to the other way, and then the other person wins. Now, when you win, you are rewarded with USDT or points. So you get the points, and when you have enough points, you can do this Wheel of Fortune thing, and you can do draw, and here are some of the prizes you can win. Like 1 Bitcoin, that would be absolutely insane. There's also 3v3 double points, so you can have a team to do it, set up with your squad, set up a stream, do those kinds of things. It's pretty simple. You can also see the leaders, the leaderboard. So this guy, Moyo6973 is killing it. He's from America, so he's one of the boys. So hell yeah, and and then so here's the prize pool: 100 USDT, 70 USDT, 60 USDT. That's pretty much it for the Futures Brawl. It's pretty simple. It's fun. It's a fun game to play. And then now this is what I would recommend for when you want to start trading futures. What you're going to want to do is, instead of using this for advanced traders, you should do the light version, which is much simpler, as you can see. It's just there's not as much going on. So obviously over here, there's a shitload going on. But with this, you kind of just get to focus, as you can see. I just put a little money into Polkadot. I did a long contract, and so far I have earned $1.49. and I've just been letting it kind of sit there. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You can also use this calculator to calculate possible rewards, and you can see what the leaders so the rankings. So number 1, number 2, they've made this increase percentage to their earnings by selling shorts. And I wouldn't say that it's necessarily the best idea to base what you're going to invest in off of what they're doing, because they have a lot of money most likely, and they have a lot more space, in terms of how low something can go down and how before it gets liquidated and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that.
I guess I love it. That was pretty much spot on with what you guys need to know. I think one thing that I want to cover in on a little bit more before we let you guys go is what it looks like on kind of the crypto futures before you start a position there. So walking into it, you're going to click on your thing that gets you to the KuCoin Futures here, but it's going to be presented to you in a page that looks like this. Right now, we're looking at dot perpetual, but upon that, it's pretty simple. We're in the light version here, and this allows you to put different increments of money in there. Again, that's just recommended. I could type in any sort of number I want to play around with in there. And then once you do that, let's say I wanted to put $10 in there, and then I could adjust it to however much I wanted to do from that. Now, word to the wise, I think Johnny covered on this a little bit, but the higher you go, the more you win. But also it comes with a little bit of a kickback in that they have liquidation prices. So if I'm betting on this and I go to the 5 times leverage and I put $1 in and past that, I do it at this 5 times. If this were to increase 1%, you'd be making around a 5 to maybe 4.5 times increase on that you'd make that percentage, and then you'd also get the 5 times that you put on that. So if it went up 1%, then you'd be making about 4.5%, because as it goes on and as it increases, the leverage decreases, and as it also for the other way as well. So with that, let's say I went to 10. Now you'd have the 10 times leverage of that with every percent that it goes up, but they don't let you do that just because it comes at a liquidation cost. So the liquidation cost, so let's say I wanted to enter into this market right now, it's at 17 right here. If I put in, a certain amount, 15, let's say I even try 1, but let's say I put in 1, and then I went on to a leverage. If this were to go up, yeah, that'd be great. And you could literally let it run forever and ever, weeks on weeks on weeks, and it would still be kicking. Now, the kicker on this is they have liquidation price, and when it touches that liquidation price to the downside, if you did a long, liquidation price would be somewhere to the downside. And if I was at a 15 or 20 or 30 times leverage, the liquidation price could be as much as $16, maybe 15. And if it goes down and it goes from 17 all the way down to 15, then your position gets closed. You are left with $0. And so I just got to say, you got to be strategic about it. You got to manage your positions, and you got to know your time horizon. Now, I'd say if you're looking to do a longer time horizon, you could, of course, go from maybe do a 5 times leverage and maybe do a week or something like that. That's more doable. But when you start getting up there like this, they even give you a warning that says your leverage is high. Please control the risk. So I wouldn't if you're doing that, I wouldn't put a lot of money down unless you're super sure about something. But the higher you go, the more chance that it is going to be liquidated unless you call it just perfectly.
And that's also insane to put it at 40 leverage. Most people don't do that. That's you're seriously gambling. You're gambling.
For real, you're gambling, and I would really only do it at the I think $1.23. Unless something particular, you see something in the pattern, I wouldn't put more than $5 on that. That's just kind of doing a YOLO moment. So we like to trade down here in like maybe 5, and if I really see something I like in the chart pattern, 10.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that was a pretty good segment of sharing what we have going on here.
And also, what you were just in, that was like the light version as well, people. So so like it looks a lot smoother than the advanced version. The advanced version, I promise you, if you have never traded cryptos, you're gonna be like overwhelmed and just be like, what the hell is all this? So
Right. Yeah.
I'd be careful with that. And then just one more thing that I think is helpful for trading futures on KuCoin is using this resource called Crypto Bubbles. Now, the great thing about this is you can choose whether you want to see the week or the day. For futures, I would choose the day, just because futures aren't something, they typically aren't like a long-term investment. It's something you want to keep track of and whatnot. And so the reason why I chose Polkadot today to do that long for is because I saw that based off of this chart, when I had put it in, it had been negative. But then, look at this. This is within the past hour. So 1769 all the way up to 1786. And you can see by clicking like Trade Polkadot on KuCoin, you could literally go from there to KuCoin, and so like it shows you the prices, the price action on like KuCoin versus like Binance as well, this website. So that's really nice. Solana, as you can see, 490% past year, which is nuts. It's at 0% right now. So I think we're about to see maybe a nice little positive increase if that was negative before. I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, so this is a great resource to use, cryptobubbles.net. And yeah.
Well, with that being said, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we hope you find this tutorial to be helpful. And definitely let us know. Comment down if we can do anything more. We're definitely going to be trying to do more tutorial videos. So just comment in the comments below on what you guys want to see.
Absolutely. All right, guys.